Fine material sphere consciousness. Rupa-Vachara Cittas. There are 15 Rupa-Vachara Cittas, which are divided into 3 classes in the same way as the Kama-Vachara Sobhana Cittas are equally divided into KUSALA, VIPARKA, and KIRIYA Cittas. Number 1. Rupa-Vachara Kusala Cittas, or rupa-jharna moral consciousnesses. Number 2. Rupa-Vachara Vipaka Cittas, or rupa-jharna resultant consciousnesses. Number 3. Rupa-Vachara Kriya Cittas, or rupa-jharna functional consciousnesses. A person whose rebirth consciousness is associated with wisdom and who is not yet an arahant may develop the 5 Rupa-Vachara Kusala Cittas one after another by undertaking tranquility meditation, such as meditating on kasina or on respiration. Rupa-Vachara Vipaka Cittas are the kama resultants of Rupa-Vachara Kusala Cittas. They are the rebirth consciousnesses of Rupa Brahmas. A person who has acquired the first Rupa-Vachara Kusala Citta and maintains it till his death will be reborn in the first rupa-jharna realm, with the first Rupa-Vachara Vipaka Citta as his rebirth consciousness, life continuum, and death consciousness. Arahants, by undertaking tranquility meditation, may develop the 5 Rupa-Vachara Kriya Cittas one after another. Note that Kriya Cittas arise instead of Kusala Cittas in Arahants. Hence, Rupa-Vachara Kusala Cittas and Rupa-Vachara Kriya Cittas are experienced in the sense sphere as well as in the fine material sphere, whereas Rupa-Vachara Vipaka Cittas are experienced only in the fine material sphere. What is jhana? Jhana is mental absorption, when the mind remains focused on the countersign of meditation for hours. It is a combination of jhana factors, or janingas. These factors number 5 in total. They are, number 1, vitaka, or initial application that applies the mind to the sense object. Number 2, vichara, or sustained application that examines the sense object again and again. Number 3, piti, or joy or pleasurable interest in the object. Number 4, vedana, or feeling, sensation. 2 kinds of vedana that occur in jhanas are sukha, which is pleasant feeling or bliss, and upekkha, which is neutral feeling or equanimity. Number 5 is ekagata, or one-pointedness or concentration, which can also be translated as samadhi. Vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, or upekkha, and ekagata are cetasikas that can keep the mind fixed on an object. They can be developed and strengthened by tranquility meditation. Our mind is normally not tranquil or calm. It is constantly agitated by 5 hindrances, or nivaranas, namely sense desire, kamachanda, ill will, vyabhada, sloth and torpor, tinamida, restlessness and remorse, udesa, kukusa, and skeptical doubt.
Wichikesa.
Wichikisa. Sense desire influences the mind to be wandering about sensuous objects which it has enjoyed before. Ill will agitates the mind by taking notice of painful feeling or disagreeable things. Sloth and torpor, restlessness and remorse, and skeptical doubt blind the mental vision and disturb the concentration. Lord Buddha compared sense desire with water mixed with manifold colors, ill will with boiling water, sloth and torpor with water covered with mosses, restlessness and remorse with agitated water whipped by the wind, skeptical doubt with turbid and muddy water. Just as in such water one cannot perceive one's own reflection, so in the presence of these five hindrances one cannot clearly see one's own benefit, nor that of others, nor that of both. These hindrances can be overcome and temporarily dismissed by tranquility meditation, samatha bhavana. We may choose Patavi Kasina, or earth disk, as an object of meditation. An earth disk is made by smearing on a canvas or mat with dawn-colored clay. The canvas is placed on earth when the earth disk is reflected upon. Sitting at ease on a stool of 1 foot high, 2.5 cubits or 3.75 feet away from the earth disk, one concentrates on the earth disk, saying mentally, Patavi, Patavi, or earth, earth. Moral minds, accompanied by 5 jhana factors, arise by billions every second. Now the 5 factors of jhana are being developed slowly. The initial application, or vitarka, applies the mind to the earth disk. It temporarily inhibits sloth and torpor not to arise. Sustained application, or vichara, sustains the mind on the earth disk by examining the object again and again. It temporarily inhibits skeptical doubt, vichikiccha, from arising. Piti develops joy or pleasurable interest in the object. It temporarily inhibits ill will. Piti is also a precursor of sukha, or pleasant feeling. Sukha holds the mind to stay longer on the object by its bliss. It temporarily drives away restlessness and remorse. Ekaggata unites the citta and its concomitants on the object to reach the state of one-pointedness. It temporarily inhibits sense desire not to arise. When the hindrances subside temporarily, the mind does not wander away from the object as frequently as before, and a weak degree of concentration is attained. At this stage, one can see the earth disk with closed eyes as one has seen it with open eyes. This visualized image is called the learning sign, or the acquired sign, ugaha nimitta. Now one meditates on this acquired sign with closed eyes, saying mentally, Patavi, Patavi, as before. When one reaches the neighborhood concentration, the sign suddenly changes its color and appearance. It becomes many times brighter and is as smooth as the surface of a mirror. The change is like taking a mirror out of its rough leather case. The new sign is known as the countersign, Patibhaga Nimitta. The difference between the two signs is very distinct. Ugaha Nimitta is an exact mental replica of the original object. It contains all the defects present in the original object. Patibhaga Nimitta is free from all defects. It is very bright and smooth. The latter may not possess a definite form or color. Quote, "It is just a mode of appearance and is born of perception." End quote. As soon as the countersign arises, the concentration, or samadhi, reaches a state known as upachara samadhi, i.e. neighborhood or access concentration. At this stage, the 5 jhana factors become distinct and strong. Piti and sukha are so predominant that the meditator experiences ecstatic joy and bliss which he has never experienced before. He now lets the patibhaga nimitta spread endlessly in all directions by his willpower and meditates patavi as before. When his mind remains absorbed in the expanded countersign for 1 hour, 2 hours, or more, he attains the first rupa-vachara jhana. Then he can develop the jhana again and again by meditation on the countersign. If he practices well, he can remain in absorption for 1 hour, 2 hours, a day, 2 days, or up to 7 days. During this absorption, there is a complete, though temporary, suspension of 5-fold sense activity and the 5 hindrances. The state of consciousness is, however, fully alert and lucid. Those who want to enjoy ecstatic bliss greater than sensual pleasure should undertake tranquility meditation. There are some meditation centers in Myanmar, like International Pao Ok Forest Buddha Sasana centers, where proper and systematic guidance is available for developing concentration up to the jhana level. In the first jhana, all the 5 jhana factors are present. Then, by meditating on the countersign of patavi kasina further and eliminating the lower jhana factors one by one, a person can attain the higher jhanas. He attains the second jhana when vitarka is eliminated, the third jhana when vichara is further eliminated, the fourth jhana when piti is also eliminated, and finally the 5th jhana when sukha is replaced by upekkha.